don't know what we're doing, but we're going to figure it out. No, that's kind of hit the wrong button. What is all that? No, well, I don't want no flowers on me. I'm not a flower kind of girl.
So you can go there and view the video request.
I'm sure they see this tutorial you're giving me.
Are you making it rain on yourself?
Nobody else ain't making it rain.
See, that's how you know who wants to go live with you, and then you just pick somebody.
But these people ain't trying to go live with me, because
those are the requests. Those are all the requests.
My son requesting to go live? He about to say something. He ain't got no business. He was viewing. He got off when I said he got off.
So you can initiate your conversation, and then how many people you got? 230. This shit moving fast, motherfucker. I'd be like, all right, if I get 1,000 people, I'm gonna do
Oh, you almost.
And 700 people, I'm gonna really turn this motherfucker up. You know what I'm saying? Get these numbers up. Call somebody. 3,000. He just turned it on.
I'm getting operational instructions, right? Hi, everybody. Earlier, I posted one of my thoughts, and we decided it would be Chapter 38 Conversations, and this has now gone to some other places because people seem to be have a lot to say about what I said. One of the reasons that I like to work with Tank is because I can tell him my thoughts and he puts them into song. Because my thoughts sometimes come out like, you know how the beginning of a fight start and you just blurting out stuff and it make real good sense, but it's coming out wrong. That's how a lot of my thoughts are. And so what he does is he takes them, puts them into perspective, makes some of them a little nicer, takes some of the four-letter words out and some of the countryness out. Well, no, we put a lot of that in. And then he creates songs. Like Silent Ho is an example somewhat, but on this album you get to see a real full example of it because we've been in the studio creating from scratch just really just shells, if you would, of music that we are adding every other element to. And it's not easy. We stay in here.
Boy, you're so eloquent. You know what I'm saying? Speak to people.
This is all day. This is all day. By the way, we had a little Capricorn chat yesterday when I told you guys that my 11-year-old was born on January 8th. His daddy is a Capricorn. My daddy is a Capricorn. He is a Capricorn. So I'm very comfortable sharing how I feel about Capricorns. You know what I'm saying? So we have created some dope stuff tonight. Which one we working on tonight? Is it now or
we finished now, and then hopefully
we did a sexy song last night.
Hopefully you'll start.
Considering all of y'all are fans of Dirty, I'm sure you know that is an easy area for him to inspire himself.
No, it's tough to really.
Because when I go home and go to bed, after we've been here till 7 in the morning, he get up and pump iron. And he gets ready for y'all. He gets ready for y'all.
Pump iron? You gotta stop using
He pump iron.
That is such a penitentiary term.
Hey.
I just been in here pumping iron. Man, for the whole time I was there, I just pumped iron. That's it, you know. 3 house in the cop. Pumped iron. That's it.
Oh, shout out to my dog Bear. He is moving closer to coming home. Always loved you. Anyway, y'all see that tight ass shirt? It's my size. He has been getting ready for y'all.
Oh, this is extra medium.
It's an extra medium. First of all, he also, by the way, is one of the he's intellectually amazing, but at the same time he can structure song and put my thoughts into very sonically pleasing melodies, and he finds a way to make what I'm saying make sense, because I understand that not every woman has been through the stuff that I have. I understand that maybe not every woman has experienced what I have. There are some people that have been with the same person their whole life and doesn't even know what this kind of pain may feel like, but they know some form of pain. So what he does is he neutralizes a lot of what I say and makes it where it can make sense to all of us, because all of us have experienced some type of pain, and we've all experienced some type of love. You know, like the love we have for our kids, or the love we have the first time we meet the person we marry. That love is an unexplainable love. All of those things, we're putting those elements into these songs, and so this is our second time just sitting down, hashing them out day after day after day after day. But one of the things that I thought would be cool is to get Tank's perspective on what I had to say earlier on my post. And I'm also going to make sure that I go live with some of y'all. Now, you're going to bear with me on the fact that I am technologically not as advanced as others. I'm not slow, I'm not dumb. When it comes to this, it's just different. I'm just getting started, so y'all work with me. You can decide who we go live with first.
You want to go live first right now? You ready?
Well,
do you want to introduce the subject?
Introduce the subject again? Okay, I won't make the assumption that all of you read it.
Introduce the subject.
The subject is about typically when people find out that their mate is cheating, they will blame the other person more harshly than their mate. And I just find that to be insane. I have given up my days of diving off in faces when I find out something. You know what I'm saying? And when I say dive off in faces, what that means is that everything I know, I was going head to head. You know, that was way back in the gap. And you realize how stupid that is, because at the end of the day, the person that you either took vows with or made a commitment to, everybody ain't married, but if I live with you, it's the same thing for me. So it's like the commitment that you've made and the requirements and the responsibility of taking care of the other person's heart only belongs to your mate. Yeah, it's nobody that's gonna meet somebody that I'm with that don't know that they my somebody.
That's right.
But they still really don't owe me what the person that I'm with does. So I don't spend a lot of time. I may get some information from, or be resourceful towards, or maybe want to just know a little bit about, but I'm not confronting or running up on somebody else that's been with somebody. And this is not a subject that is about my current life. That ain't what this is, because I wouldn't be on live with that. We're talking about what we've been writing about, those experiences over the years that have allowed us to experience, like, well, why are you so mad at her, but it's your husband, she didn't take no vows with you. I saw a video the other day where the girl pistol whipped the girl who was messing with her man. I know that level of anger, but experience is the greatest teacher, and you learn to whom you can be responsible for, and the first person is yourself. So I'm not going to do anything at this stage in my life that's going to take me from my kids, because that's who my first order of business is to. If I come and I tap, you know, I've been a lot of places. I'm speaking on now. And anybody that may be in the midst, like, make sure that the decisions that you make are to make your situation better, not worse. Regardless to, I'm not saying go pistol whip him. I'm just saying that whatever you're going to take out.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, Polo felt differently, as y'all will see. He's not here to speak for himself, but he felt differently. He told me that my commitment video, he said, would you really kill a man for just being a man and doing what we were born to do?
Well, that's another conversation.
Right. This Polo, listen, I love Polo. He's not here to speak for himself, so we won't go too deep on that one. But it was really interesting to me that he was kind of like, you putting out a bad message. Like, you gonna have girls around here going in, and really I was using myself, my old self. I keep saying that because it was a lot of self-work for me to get to where I am now. You know what I'm saying? Because I know can't nobody deal with nobody and not know they my somebody. It's no way around it. So I did a lot of self-work to get here, and I did it probably like 10 years ago. Maybe the last 10 years, I've been very proud of myself for keeping my hands to myself. And, keeping, I like to keep my Second Right Amendment. I always understood that I live by that, but I don't want to ever do anything that's going to take me from the people who really love me. Because when somebody disrespects you like that, it's sometimes a lack of love, not just, people assume it's just for a lack of love towards you, but a lot of people, when they moving around like that, they don't really love themselves, and sometimes they don't even feel worthy of who it is they have, and they don't even know how to care for that. Sometimes you can't do things you weren't taught, but we are going to open it up for y'all to explain why in a few minutes it was like almost 3,000 people telling me how they felt about what I was saying, and it was actually a lot of women saying, oh no, if she know I'm his woman, then she just is responsible. It was I had a lot of those.
That's like if you my friend, that's what I'm saying.
Right,
that's different.
Yeah.
But if you
friends and family are a completely different topic. That's not this.
Right. But if you just on the hunt, and my wife allows herself to be hunted and then eaten. That's on her.
That's on her.
I got to deal with her.
Right.
I can't check nobody doing what they do outside of mine.
Now I'm gonna put a disclaimer out now. I'm gonna tell you where things change a little bit, and you tell me if I'm wrong. But if I catch y'all together, I don't know. I don't know if I
catch you down, please.
I don't know if I've grown up a lot. I don't know if I've grown that much. I'm just kidding, y'all. We just having fun. But yeah, it's really the person that you're with. It's their responsibility to care for you, to think of you, to make sure they have to protect you at all costs. And how much can you love me if you're not protecting me? The things that are very, very off limits. People were talking about, well, my husband let this girl come to our house. What? Under no circumstances. Dropped off, picked up, walked in, came by. You trying to get everybody killed.
Even in that space, there are rules.
There are rules.
There are 10 crack commandments.
Yes.
You must abide by.
Yes.
There are commandments. There are rules for dumb shit too. There are rules.
Right.
Don't make your dumb shit extra dumb. But doing that dumber shit.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, you come to my house, you really trying to end up on a t-shirt. You can't do that.
Right.
Now, this is where I will say, I've never, once upon a time, it was like rumors. People didn't know, like in the beginning, but did he have a girlfriend? One thing I could never be somebody's other woman, be the type of woman to think I can take somebody. All of that falls under all of these same categories. That's a hard body no. But the problem comes in a lot of times nowadays is that people will lie. Sometimes that's what really happens. And you have people, they'll be dating somebody, and until their wife called, they ain't had no clue there was a wife, or they didn't have a clue, and still your issue.
My next life.
It's still one of those things where you don't.
You gotta take it outside. That's the hospital call. I love you too, Mom. I love you too, Mom.
Pickle juice.
They play too much. That's why I say we wanted to talk about it and draw some inspiration, because the titles, the lyrical content, everything in here is being really real in a good way, because I think anything that you add water to is not gonna feel the same. So we're not adding water to anything that we're doing, and we can. You tell me when we can open up conversation.
Somebody want to say something to you? I promise.
Yeah, come on up here and do it.
Who got something to say on the subject that we are on? I'm finna pick somebody. I'm gonna pick the top person.
Yeah, pick her. I know her.
Oh, you okay?
Yeah,
Trees
click
lonely?
her. We'll get her.
Wait for her.
It better not be that crazy.
What does she have to say on the subject?
Why we gotta wait for
Well,
this?
what happens is you wait on the suggestions.
Hey, sister.
Oh, that's your...
That's Patrice.
That's Patrice. Hey, girl.
Hey, sis.
What? Now, what you wanted to say?
I just want to say I love you and I'm proud of you and I'm proud of your growth.
Oh, thank you. You were around in my
Yes. And your set it off days. Yeah. I love you.
I've grown up. No, I've grown up. Seriously, I've really grown up.
I don't like what you was doing with your fingers, Patrice. I don't even like
She
that.
know what she
I
doing
know
with
it's
the
not- I
fingers.
don't like it.
Yeah. Listen.
It was real.
Yes. Listen.
I am proud of you. And you're a person, when I'm ready to set it off too, I call you and I get advice before I blow off.
Yeah.
And, I appreciate our sisterhood. And I just have to let you know I love you. I'm proud of you. I'm excited for chapter 38. I'm interested in hearing what you and Tank do. I'm not going to go into detail about that set it off bang bang on my thoughts.
So check this out. I'll give them this much history, and you too, which is why she's laughing. So Patrice and I, we met when Mello was really small. How old was Mello?
Romello was in your stomach.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that means, yeah, you saw a lot of shit. That was, yeah, I hadn't grown up yet. Yeah, because I will say their daddy brought out something very special in me. But he also taught me a lot. He's one of the greatest businessmen that you'll ever meet. But he definitely is a Capricorn.
I don't like the reference.
Yeah.
I feel like there's some negativity.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the word. I'm so allergic to it. I feel like there's some negativity. You know what I'm saying?
Let's just say he was going steady, but he didn't know how to go steady. And the good thing is, though, that one thing about it, he didn't play about me, and so he didn't let just anybody talk to me. But because we were both so well connected, it was nothing that I didn't find out. So it was always kind of crazy. But the dope part is, we met right after me experiencing one of the worst years of my life.
Yep.
And a lot of people didn't understand, like, well, what is it with them two? People didn't know that part of me being able to really get past witnessing the suicide and a lot of other stuff that happened to me, he was a huge part of that. I was 18, he was 19, and so what people see with music industry stuff, that's not what we were. It was the real deal. And I had two amazing children out of it, and it's like I watch myself grow, but I also took heed to what he taught me, and that allowed us to, even after, be like, man, we was crazy as hell. Really, both of us, because you wasn't about to be talking to me either. He was a little crazy too. So it was definitely interesting. And then Patrice is how I met Shannon.
Okay.
She handles all things sports. That's what her company does, media marketing for them and everything. And she was like, there's this young, cute, fly nigga, he jumping out the gyms. Like, man, listen, old boy come up at the gym. I'm like, what? And then she said, I'm putting him in your video. I don't care what you say. I'm putting him in your video.
She was against it. She was like, nah, I'm straight. And I was like, nah, that's it. And I was tired because she a night owl and I go to sleep early. This the person that's doing in the video. Huh?
Girl, he still be getting up at 7 o'clock trying to pump iron. He get up. He get up. Yes. But she literally was like, I am going to do this anyway. And who knew that with a July video shoot, we'd be married in November. So it was just like, you've been through a long bit of whirlwinds with me. So if I can't attest to my own growth, you know. But what's your view on the whole, if your spouse or your mate cheats on you, how much accountability do you put on the other person that you're not in a relationship with?
I don't think you really can put a whole lot. Like, if they know, they know. And like you said, with you, you're going to know who you're with, right? But, you know, I've been in situations where, I mean, I had a guy who was so available to me, but married. And I found out just by, like, clicking